Do you think if a player looks to me, shows me a card, and asks me, can I legally activate this card right now, that I shouldn't be allowed to answer it? All right, I'm in a cheating call. Modern cheating. Hi, Judge. Opponent kept keep going button, and at a certain point, he took it off and said he had response. I hate the keep going button. I hate the fucking keep going button because people just assume that means I have no responses. This is my favorite kind of call.
Just keep going is like no response, isn't it? As me saying no hand traps, which I never said.
Well, so the thing is,
I just knew his combo was long until the point I wanted to do something. So instead of clicking 55 times, okay, I did that. Well, how long did he take before? Well,
yeah, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, is that Blue used the pan, summoned gravity controller, sent the zombie vampire, at which point he said, sec, and then stopped signaling okay. As long as the keep going is on, like, it's toggle off. That's what that means.
Yeah, but okay, but like what you say takes precedent, right? So surely if they said sec, because it's faster to say wait, like to alert someone by typing. I'm of the opinion that
if you go keep going, if you're getting to the point where you know you want to respond, you turn that shit off ahead of time. Like, I'm sorry, that's just not okay.
Did they audibly say sec before they got to the point they want the opponent to stop?
I'm actually gonna ask a question. At which point did you want to respond? Now, like right here. So he special summoned the gravity controller by sending the.
Like, yeah, you're definitely right.
Vampire.
You should definitely just take it off even when you're approaching the moment. But I think even if it's on and you say something, I feel like saying something should take precedent over the keep going thing flashing.
So he said before the opponent summoned the Cupsy Yummy Way.
You know what happens after I summon a Yummy with Vampire? You know what's coming. Sure.
Immediately after the zombie vampire was linked off. Will allow a response used here, but in the future, I would advise...
Oh, what's that, Kevin? You changed your mind?
No,
did you change your mind, Kevin?
Dude, the difference is you're going off vibes. I'm looking at the logs, and from the logs,
I'm not going off vibes.
No, because
I'm not going off vibes. I think if you say wait sec at exactly the right time, even if the keep going button is on, I think that should take precedence. Because if he like at the exact frame hit him with wait, I think that's reasonable.
So
like, yeah, fair enough.
I just wanted to check because I wanted to see whether or not he said and wanted his opponent to backtrack a play that he had already made. Because if he wanted his opponent to backtrack even so much as one play, I wouldn't allow it.
I would agree. Yeah, I think if you backtrack, then you shouldn't be allowed to.
Like, that's the thing. I view keep going. Yeah, I view keep going as toggle off. Meaning, if I have keep going, if my opponent has keep going on, and I make a play. He's toggled off. He's not responding to this shit.
I can't believe he hit him with the cheating call, though. Holy shit.
Yeah, actual cheating call.
I mean, like how there's no punishment for like misusing the things.
There is. If like, okay, so like, let's say for example,
okay, well, this isn't cheating.
No, this isn't cheating. Well, what you're saying, you can't call a judge for misuse of website features? like
I remember when I used to play Dueling Book a lot. If my opponent was like really dumb, I would like call a judge for like glitch.
Yeah, you're like my opponent's brain is glitched.
Working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Don't worry. I used to watch you 6 years ago.
Whoa!
I immediately
FARFA is a noob. FARFA is a noob. Hey, Judge, I attacked with Panda. He threw Sangan in the grave and took damage. I assumed he allows attack declaration. So I activated Ojama after he allows attack declaration. He's asking if he can use something like Mirror Force. I said it misses timing. Wait, what misses timing? The Mirror Force?
Jesus Christ. So I don't know what the opponent has, but I assume that the question here is a discrepancy about whether or not they're on attack declaration or if they're, because there's a window to activate stuff like Ojama Trio in between attack declaration and entering the damage step. So blue, it looks to me here like blue declared an attack, and because red immediately sent the Sangan to the grave, blue wants to use the Ojama Trio to make the Gyakugar Panda bigger, yeah, but red is asking if he could use, honestly,
and now he wants the Mirror Force, but he can't, right?
I want to make this perfectly clear. You understand that if you like, both used your words to declare steps and phases, this issue wouldn't have come up. Yes, you
High
understand
issue.
this? You
I hate
understand this?
judges like you. What are you?
No.
What are you, my mom?
No, this is just, dude.
Just-
at some point, bro, these people gotta understand. Just like fucking communicate with your
Judge,
opponent. Just communicate.
Judge, put
with
the ruling
your
in the
opponent.
bag. Just
I
put
mean,
the ruling in the bag.
It's not that simple. It's not. It's like that's not that simple. I sent a mid that I sent it too fast to grave. So here it is clear you were okay allowing the attack to go all the way to the damage step. Your opponent clearly wishes to use something in the battle step. So I will allow a battle step activation. I will allow a battle step activation here.
No, trio is in the damage step issue. If he uses it, attack declaration, and uses trio, I can change something like book. Yes.
You could, yeah. You could do that. Yeah.
All
if he
right.
does it in the battle step, you just can't use Sakuretsu or Mirror Force or something.
People say missing timing, but that's not the right term. It's missing
not
activation.
missing timing. Yeah, it's just not the right window to activate the card.
All right, tell him to proceed. I want to see what response he's got.
I said after you're okay with declaration. No, he didn't.
Because you said you used
Oh no, he
in
said you
attack-
already allow attack declaration. So in response to allowing declaration, that is what he said. Yes, the battle.
How
step.
big does this idiot get?
Cool.
1,500. He
Have a
takes
nice
28. All right, well, there you go.
Simple
They're done.
enough. Yeah, I mean, dude, this really is just like solved by two fucking people speaking to each other. Pop quiz! Your Master of Oz attacks over your opponent's Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon while they have a trap card in their grave. Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon reads once per turn at the end of the damage step. If this card battled, you can target one trap in your grave and set it. So the question here is, if the Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon is destroyed in battle, will it be able to activate its effect at the end of the damage step? I'll give you 3 seconds to figure that one out. The answer is yes, it can activate at the end of the damage step. Now, if you didn't know that monsters were destroyed as the first thing that happens in the end of the damage step, you should subscribe to the damage step masterclass immediately because I don't know what you're doing. You got to catch up. And for those of you that knew that it was able to activate, where does it activate? On the field or in the grave? The answer to that, it activates and resolves entirely in the grave. Want to know why? Make sure you subscribe to the Damage Step Masterclass happening this Saturday right over on Metafy. Links in the description. Now back to the video. Whoosh.
He wants
This
to
is-
use purification.
In damage step, still resolving triggers in damage step. I crashed. Oh, dude, I love when these people type fucking 19 messages to explain something. It's my favorite by a lot. I love that so much. It makes me very happy when people do this.
Then use Jarak and Gurix. Then new chain. I want to know if we're still in damage step. Trying to use Kirin. Which effect of Kirin? If this card is destroyed and sent to the grave? That one?
So I crashed with the Jurak Megalo so that it would send because he reborn the Garunix. Oh, are you asking if after the reborn of Garunix in response to the Megalo being destroyed, if you're still in damage step at this point? Is that what they're asking? I assume that's what they're asking.
I don't think you can. Can you answer that? Isn't that like coaching? Because they have to sort of like make a play before.
No, they're asking me if they're still in the damage step. I very much can answer whether or not they're still in the damage step.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're just resolving all of your triggers while in the damage step.
Yeah, so is he still in the damage step, Farfa? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are still in the damage step. Yeah, so as long as there's triggers that keep happening at end of damage step, you don't leave the damage step until all the triggers are donezo onezo.
I'm just kind of surprised that like you're allowed to answer that because
wouldn't I be allowed
by
to?
telling them that, then they can kind of like make a play according to your ruling, right?
By telling them what game state they're in? What do you mean?
Yeah, I know it sounds a bit silly, but like they should know that, right? And then they should commit to a play, and then you can say whether or not that is okay because is right. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask you a follow-up. Do you think if a player looks to me, shows me a card, and asks me, can I legally activate this card right now, that I shouldn't be allowed to answer it?
I would say no because I don't think you can privately show a judge a card.
You can. You absolutely can.
Really?
Yeah, you can show a judge a card and go, can I legally, in this instance, activate this card?
Interesting.
Because it's a question about activation legality. That's the number one way of maintaining a legal game state, is clarifying whether a play is legal or not before making it.
Sorry, can I just clarify something? Guys, this is not a bully me segment. This is not a are you stupid segment. This is not a spam question. Okay, this is okay.
Most people don't
do
know
rulings.
this.
I'm not
No,
familiar with it,
most
so
people don't know this.
Let's
Yeah.
nip that in the bud right now. I'm not doing that for an hour. Thank you.
Even in a game style like like that. You'd rather like prevent an illegal game state from being entered versus entering a legal game state and then reversing it.
So under what conditions can a judge not answer based off of coaching potential?
A judge can't answer if the question is about whether or not a play is optimal or not.
Okay, but like, that's it? You can answer any mechanical question under any circumstance?
Yeah, if it's about the activation legality, 100%.
Okay, but well, let's say if it's something like PSE related, right? Like, hey, judge, if I do this, will it resolve this way?
Yeah, they can ask that. I'll give you a good example. So pull up on your side the following cards: Thunder Dragon, Colossus, and then Sky Striker, Afterburners, the spell. So in this situation, right, the Colossus can banish a Thunder from grave to protect itself from being destroyed. Do you think that a player can or can't ask the judge, hey, if I activate this Afterburners targeting this Colossus and he chooses to protect the Colossus, can the Afterburners still pop a card?
Well, okay, well, the answer is clearly yes, they can ask that. But before today, I was under the impression a judge wouldn't be able to answer that because that might dictate whether or not they even use the card in the first place.
So I'll give you the answer. The answer is actually interesting. The judge can't word for word say no if they protect with Colossus, the Afterburners can't pop. But what the judge can say is, so the text on Afterburners is destroy it then if you have 3 or more spells. A judge can say the then conjunction requires A to be successful in order to do B, which does answer the question, but it answers it in a, you're just explaining game mechanic to someone rather than giving them the exact answer in this situation. You know what I mean?
I get why and the logic for it. I just don't think it's okay that you can ask that, because in my opinion, part of like the skill is actually having the knowledge of the PSET. Because if I ask that question,
if that was the case, a lot of the top players would not be able to play the game. I think I agree with what N-Man is saying in the chat. Telling a player how a card works doesn't tell them how they should play it.
Not necessarily. Depending on the context of the situation, you are basically telling them.
I think the intricate part there is that you're making a decision based on like the basic entry level knowledge that all players should know, but the judge didn't tell you, yeah, if he protects, you can't pop the macro. The judge told you a then effect requires A for B to be successful. I understand where you're coming from. I don't fully disagree with you, but I think that there's a line drawn there that I think makes sense where it's at.
Yeah.
But yeah.